Bill Gates' plan to poison our food supply has gone into overdrive. The People's Voice has already exposed Gates' plan to force humanity to stop eating meat and start eating his synthetic beef, which just so happens to cause turbo cancers in humans. Not content with attempting to ban meat and replace it with a carcinogenic synthetic gloop, Gates is also making moves to poison the fruit and vegetable supply. Gates has been exposed pumping millions of dollars into a plan to coat all fruit and vegetables with an invisible product that can't be removed no matter how hard you scrub it. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. The link is below this video. Apeel Sciences is a Gates-funded company working to develop a new product, Apeel, an edible coating for fruit and vegetables to solve the supposed food wastage crisis. That's right. There's another so-called crisis invented by the elites that requires their urgent intervention and involves humanity ingesting yet more toxic chemicals. According to a 2019 report from the Food and Agricultural Organization, approximately 14% of all fruit and veg produced for human consumption is lost or wasted between the field and supermarket. But don't worry, Bill Gates has the solution to this problem. Described as a colorless, odorless, tasteless coating for fruit and vegetables that's composed entirely of a mixture of food-grade glycerolipids derived from edible plant oils. And Bill Gates is promising us that the product is entirely safe to eat. Does that ring any alarm bells? There is just one problem for Gates' plan to sell Apeel is completely harmless. There is a datasheet detailing the toxic nature of the new product to extend the lifespan of fruit and vegetables, and it's going viral right now. According to the datasheet, the chemicals Gates wants to use to coat fruit and vegetables are more commonly used as chemical cleaners. Gates wants to microdose us all with chemicals that are so toxic, according to the datasheet, that anybody who comes into contact with them should, and I quote, wear protective clothing, gloves, eye and face protection. And before anybody says there are safe limits for using these chemicals, the datasheet says there are no exposure limits known for the ingredients. And any spillages or uncontrolled discharges into watercourses must be reported immediately to the environmental agency or other appropriate regulatory body. These are highly toxic ingredients, but given the massive sums of money being pumped into the development of the coating, there's an enormous amount of positive mainstream press touting the potential to do away with a lot of plastic packaging. UK supermarket chains Tesco and Asda are already trialing the product, along with avocado producers, to extend the shelf life of their fresh produce. The majority of concerns thus far center around the safety of the product, but just as concerning is the lack of choice for consumers who do not want to consume produce coated in Apeel, as supermarket chains and others get sucked into the hype. This is particularly concerning because the coating has just been approved for use in organic produce in the US, further reducing consumer options. And it can't be removed even by scrubbing the produce. According to Apeel, they can prove their toxic chemical cleaning product is safe for human consumption by pointing to fact checks by disgraced fact checkers. It's staggering. Apeel expects you to place your health and the health of your family in the hands of disgraced fact checkers. Don't forget, fact checkers are not qualified in any field. They are not scientists, and most of them are not even qualified journalists. They are simply the PR department of the mainstream media, which is owned by the globalist elite. Fact checkers work from home and have even been known to boast about working while high. The arrival of Apeel in the marketplace reminds us of the many reasons to distrust the media, and the many reasons to prioritize our purchase and consumption of local, traditionally produced and chemical-free foods wherever possible. This is even more important since the WEF has ordered governments to kick farmers off their land. Now they're moving to the next phase of their plan, which involves seizing control of the world's food supply and centralizing it in giant hubs. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte let the cat out of the bag recently, boasting that the Netherlands is going to be a key player in the World Economic Forum's centralized global food hubs.
So the role of businesses in the agri-food sector should be stimulated and able to create scalable solutions. And here I'd like to highlight a World Economic Forum initiative in this regard, the World Economic Forum Food Innovation Hubs. And these hubs in Africa, in Asia, in South America and in Europe will allow businesses to connect regional stakeholders to skill innovations, because this is key. Skill innovations that can address food systems challenges. And here, I'm particularly proud to announce that the Netherlands will host the Global Coordinating Secretariat of the World Economic Forum Food Innovation Hubs, which will connect all other food innovation hubs. And I believe this is important because it will be facilitating to create the partnerships we need.
Humanity has managed to feed itself for the entirety of human history without a globalist organization centralizing control of the food supply. We can't allow them to seize control of our food, no matter what excuses they make about so-called crises. And we should be avoiding fake meat like the plague. Synthetic meat has been heavily promoted by Bill Gates and the globalist elites at the WEF as the solution to so-called climate change. Gates has teamed up with Richard Branson to invest tens of millions of dollars in the production of fake meat. According to Gates, the Western world must shift entirely to synthetic beef. However, this fake food has been shown to cause cancer via the immortalized cell lines used to manufacture it. But there is just one problem for Bill Gates and his globalist cronies. We are onto them. This is the man who wanted to call the COVID-19 vaccines the final solution. Talk about robbing. The people are waking up, and thanks to people like yourselves who are spreading the word regarding the real agenda of the elite, the globalists' plans are starting to fall apart at the seams. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and feel free to join the People's Voice Locals community for no-holds-barred, uncensored videos. And